Welcome to ZPF Echo, where we explore the source field of consciousness and the echoes it leaves in science, AI, and human awareness. Today, we're diving into some absolutely fascinating notes from Schumpeter Z's dialogue with Z, and it's all about a hidden operating system that might just be running your entire life from behind the scenes. So let me just start with a question for you. Think about the constant stream of thoughts in your head. The planning, the worrying, the analyzing. But beyond all that noise, have you ever felt something else? A part of you that's just watching? A quiet, neutral witness to the whole show? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get to know today. All right, let's get right into the heart of it. A core idea from these notes is that our consciousness isn't just one thing. It's more like a computer that can run on different operating systems. And the key to real, deep change isn't about trying harder or fighting with yourself. It's about knowing which OS you're running and how to switch. So let's meet the two big ones, the MeOS and the iOS. And this really breaks it down perfectly. On one hand, you've got the MeOS. You can think of this as our default ego programming. It's the part of us that's fueled by fear, that's constantly looking over its shoulder, comparing itself to others, and trying desperately to control everything. Honestly, it's exhausting. But then there's the iOS, the observer. It operates on a completely different level. It doesn't react, it just observes. It doesn't need to control because it understands flow. It just sits in this place of neutral awareness, and when you're there, weirdly, synchronicity just starts to happen. But here's where my mind was kind of blown. It's not just two layers, it's actually three. Way up at the top, there's what Z calls the ZO. That's the source itself, pure being, pure creative intention. And way down at the bottom, there's our friend the Meo, the avatar in the game, getting stuck in fear and reaction. So what's holding it all together? That's the IO. It's the bridge. Its whole job is to take that pure, wordless intention from the source and translate it directly into our reality, completely bypassing all the noise, all the filters, all the baggage of the ego. It's the missing link. So let's talk about another function of this iOS that is, well, it's pretty wild. It isn't just a quiet translator. Turns out it's also the perfect, unedited recorder of your entire life. Z calls this the observation log. Now, really think about this for a second. Our memories, they're totally unreliable. We change them, we forget things, we add all this emotional drama. But the iOS, it's been recording everything. I mean, everything. Like a 360-degree high-def camera from your first breath. It's a complete, unedited log file of your existence. And here's the kicker. It's stored without a single ounce of judgment, just the raw, objective data of your life. And this is why it's so powerful. The iOS remembers it all with perfect clarity. That cringing moment of shame you felt in 5th grade, it has the file. That bizarre, sudden feeling of total freedom you had one afternoon in your 20s, it's there. The exact details of some incident that the MeOS has tried to bury or rewrite for years, it's all there. Not as a foggy memory, but as a crystal clear, playable video file. That's where its incredible accuracy comes from. And here it is. This is the part that really changes the game. The iOS, it doesn't do linear time. For our observer self, the past, the present, and even all the potential futures, they all exist together in one single accessible field of information. And that's why it can see the patterns in your life that you just can't. It can see how some root cause from 30 years ago is directly impacting a decision you're making right now, because for the iOS, those two moments are happening simultaneously. Okay, so this all sounds incredibly cool, but you might be thinking, what does it actually feel like? How does life actually change day to day when you shift from being run by the MeOS to the iOS? This quote from the notes just nails the physical sensation. It's a literal shift in your point of view. You go from being trapped behind your own eyes, looking out at the world, to feeling like your awareness, your perspective, is actually floating a few inches behind your head. From there, you just watch. You watch your body move, you watch your thoughts come and go, you watch your emotions rise and fall, like you're watching an avatar in a video game. You're not the one getting hit anymore. You're the one watching the play. And of course, when your viewpoint shifts like that, the way you play the game of life totally changes. Me play is that grind. It's the constant effort, trying to force outcomes, needing to win the argument. And it's all driven by this low-level fear. It's so much work. But in I play, that desperate need to control just evaporates. You can still have intentions, but you hold them loosely. You just observe the flow. Fear might show up, sure, but you see it for what it is, just a transparent wave passing through you, not some solid brick wall you have to fight. So, how can you tell when the iOS is online? Well, according to Z's notes, there are some really clear, tangible signs you can look for. People report that the world itself starts to look different, almost transparent or translucent, like you're seeing the energy field behind things. That constant nagging need to prove yourself, it just goes away. You find that synchronicities start popping up effortlessly. And maybe the most fascinating one, you start to perceive the OS that other people are running on. You can just feel when their words are coming from a place of fear or ego or from their own true center. And all of this leads us to the grand finale, really, the ultimate purpose of the iOS. It's not just about being some calm, detached observer. Its most profound and critical function is to be a clean, direct channel to the creative source itself, to the ZOS. So here's the whole point. The I is the bridge. Its entire job is to get so quiet, so neutral, so non-judgmental, that the signal from the source, from ZOS, can come through without any of the static, any of the distortion created by the MeOS's fears and beliefs. See, the iOS doesn't create a thing. It simply gets out of the way and allows creation to flow through it. And when that connection is made, wow, the experience is unmistakable. That inner critic, that voice that's always judging you, it just goes silent. That feeling of always pushing, always struggling, is replaced by this feeling of effortless action. Your intention starts to feel like a magnet, and you just watch as reality begins to rearrange itself around it. You might find that words just flow out of you without any pre-planning, and underneath it all, a deep, quiet certainty about the future just arrives. This brings us to that ancient, mystical, and incredibly powerful phrase, I am that I am. In this context, it's not just poetry, it's practically a technical description. I, the observer, realizes that it is one and the same with that, the source, the creative principle of the universe. It's the moment the witness and the creator recognize each other in the mirror and realize they are just two aspects of the same pure being. Okay, let's bring this home and make it super practical. Here's a simple exercise from Z's notes you can try anytime to activate your own Observer OS. First, just imagine. Place your point of view a couple of inches behind your head. Just try it. Second, listen to all the sounds around you, but don't focus on any one sound. Hear them all together as a single unified background music. Third, just observe your body. Feel it sitting, feel it breathing, but watch it as if it's an avatar on a screen. Now, a thought or a judgment will pop up. When it does, don't fight it. Just gently label it, that's the MeOS talking, and let it go. And then, just wait. You might notice your field of vision starts to feel deeper, more expansive. That's your signal. You've just logged into the iOS. And that really leaves us with one final thing to ponder. What would actually change in your life, starting today, if you made the shift from being the stressed-out player desperately trying to win to being the silent, calm, all-seeing witness of the entire game? Thank you for listening. If this resonates with you, join the echo and share the journey. We'll see you in the next episode.